your elbow to their elbow, if there's a huge height difference.
Good. We had that question. Jacob, could you come up, please? Yeah, height differences are real, guys. When it comes to taller, shorter, I've counted like 3 things that I've talked about in my private class today that I'm talking about again. This is one of them. When it comes to height differences, the difference or your ability to overcome that disadvantage is timing and patience. Okay? Jacob has to deliver this strike in an arc, right? If he extends his arm fully, that's as far from his body as his hand is going. Now, when it's very, very high, like this, no, I can't get that elbow. But now as it descends a little bit more, oh look, our elbows are at the same height. I just don't like this point.
Right.
Okay? So as we back up, that patience is letting Jacob come in until I can get this post here. I start working as though I'm going to throw that other counter, and I run in. Notice how my arm is pressing into his blade. From here, I can lock into the elbows, and Jacob, do you mind if I bring it through?
No.
Okay, and then from here, I can twist that through, and now look, Jacob's shorter than I am. Thank you. So it's all about timing, and it's all about measure. If I try to get this counter when they're up here, and we're like awkwardly nipple to nipple, and it's like he can smell my breath, and I don't remember like when the last time I chewed gum was, that's uncomfortable, right? But when we're out here, our elbows, regardless of how tall they are essentially at the same height. That I can manipulate, okay? So when somebody is very, very long and they're throwing a longsword strike, if you try to get a Versetsen, get that point over that line, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer until their hands are at the elevation that you can strike over and threaten with that point. Does that make sense?
Sure.
If you try to throw a Versetsen when their hands are right here, you're going to hit them right in the strong, and then you are going to accidentally give them a Versetsen because they're going to power through the weak of your blade. Right?
Right. Right.
Right.
Yep.
That seems right.
You'll figure it out.
It's hard to keep track, man.
That's all right. I accept that I throw around the German, but I don't think that using the term displacements is going to actually help that much. So, or
It
translation.
helps me. That's the word I know out of that whole sentence.
The whole sentence? Or
Everything you just said, none of it translated from what I know at all, because we
That's
don't use
fair.
any of that.
But I'm also talking about the displacements in their context in German fencing, so it's a title of a specific attack, just like
Just all of it.
the middle bind.
I'm used to, we have a baseball bat, just go whack someone with it.
I know. That's
It's
why
a
I have
lot-
so much fun
it's a
fighting
lot
John and
easier
Jake and
that
stuff.
way.
It's like, what do you do against a maniac? Obviously not really, but it's like, if you think about it.
Oh no, we're all mentally disturbed. You don't gotta
That's my favorite thing about you guys. It's like your nicknames are the worst things that you guys can figure out about each other.
I mean, my hero is hostility, man. Like that should
What's
tell you
that?
a lot. My hero is hostility. I don't know if you haven't, the cedar guy, you'll have to meet him. He's like the epitome of knighthood. He's a terrifying force of nature.
The epitome of medieval knighthood, so like lots of flowers and like beautiful long
Think
curly
of
hair.
Gotza the Iron Hand, like when he was yelling at that priest outside his house. That's what hostility would be.
Sounds exciting.
What do we
I'll have
got
to
going
meet
on
him.
in 10VD?
Oh, guys, come on. So, okay, this is something, since you guys are ushering me forward, I'm going to mule this. There seems to be this very strange relationship between Hemanus and Buhert and ACW guys. It's non-existent. It only exists in our imaginations, right? I have heard Buhert people say Hemanus think that Buherts are just monkeys with swords.
We are.
And I've heard Buhert guys say that, Hemanus are just fat kids who have no muscle tone pretending that they can sword fight, right? And it's like, if you actually know Hemanus, no, it's all very direct and, it's all to the first hit. But if you know ACW guys, there is strategy, there is extreme, and believe me guys, extreme conditioning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, imagine getting 10% of the air that you can suck in with nothing around your face. You have 10% of that. Now go fight somebody with 40 to 60 extra pounds on your body. Yeah, and then try to talk shit.
Boohurst?
Boohurt?
It's ACW.
Oh.
ACW is a branch of Boohurt.
Yeah, it's the local chapter for our area.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, local. Okay.
I think it's specifically national, right? It's U.S. specific, and then Boohurt is the term for.
Yeah, they want to make it worldwide, but it's pretty much U.S. only. We're like a sub-branch of the IMCF, basically.
Just the word now.
They're figuring out rewriting the rules and everything, so I don't know where we're at, honestly, but we're technically IMCF, I think.
We still need to get a group, big get together between the groups so we can do some of this stuff. But now to continue on. All right, let's talk about how do we continue to murder people, right? In this context. This one is actually one of my favorites because it is so self-explanatory. It's so simple. I'm only going to give you like a minute. Okay, but let's go through the text. Hey, Griffin, you've got a really loud voice. Could you read this for us? I believe in you. I have full confidence in you.
I make the counter to the play that came before me. You can see the kind of position that I put him in. From here, I'll break his arm or quickly throw him to the ground.
Yeah. Thank you, Griffin. Who's got the crown on?
The
Murderer.
Yeah, the murderer. The guy who's about to throw that dude's face into the dirt. You can see he's like about to fall already. Right?
He's doing
So,
the coolest
think
dance
about
in
it.
the
In this image, he has not lost his dagger, which means he has not let it be braced against the body and ripped out of his hand. Okay? So this has to happen before that dagger gets pulled all the way through the center. Okay? It looks like he's involving his left hand. What's he doing with it? That's
Bracing.
weird. Go figure it out. You guys have 2 minutes.